Dana Barrett asked Dr. Venkman, why do you like being a Ghostbuster? He replied, same reason I asked you out, 'cause busting makes me feel good.
Ugh, that's tasteless.
No, ma'am, that's tasteless.
Spooky.
Movie review, bitches.
Welcome everyone, Tasteless Adjacent Movie Review. Night of the Demons. I am Jay Chowder. We got Bone Stigmataman.
Shut up and drive, bitch.
Slopdog.
Hello.
Well, thank you everyone. We're doing my pick, Night of the Demons. Bone picked Killer Clown. Slopdog picked Hocus Pocus. And I picked Night of the Demons, which I'm fucking pumped for. My favorite horror movie. And I don't know if those are your favorite movies, but I love this movie. I seen it as a kid. It scared me. And even as you watch it as an adult, everyone now watches it and no one's really scared of it, but I still am scared a little bit because I remember as a kid watching it and being really scared. So it sticks with me. And it's kind of like, Bo and me are brothers, and we used to fight as kids and he just beat the fuck out of me. So now when we're older, I don't know. I mean, just size-wise, I should be able to take him, but I still get that fear in me. If I remember him like really busting knuckles against my face and stuff, so I'm like, And but anyway, what? Anyway, Night of Demons, and
I don't know. I think I doubt I can take you now, but we'll see.
oh man, I could definitely beat you sucking a dick. I'll tell you that not much. And what?
I'll probably
that's
suck
gonna
the
come
rouge.
first. Yeah, I got that rouge on. And,
All right, Jimmy Coco.
Jimmy Coco his ass. And so this movie is about like there's this house called Hull House. It starts off with this it's on land that's like supposed to be like not haunted, but like an ancient burial ground or something, and the land has always been evil. There was a funeral home there, which is the building they call Hull House, and a family was all murdered there. So it's just supposedly the rumored, haunted house, in this, fictional whatever story they're telling. And so all these kids are going to go party there one night. They set up a party and a bunch of people go. And this is like my favorite fucking shit. It's like, it's a perfect setup, clicks all the boxes. It's like a multiple cast and multiple people are going to start getting picked off. And I love that shit. I love it. It's a big cast. People getting picked off. And my favorite character I love is fucking Stooge. It's like, I love Stooge in this movie. I love Ajax in the Warriors. Like, I always love those type of characters.
The dirty characters.
The dirty, funny characters.
Can I say, even though there really is a huge cast for a movie, you get a feel for every single person on what they're like. You get their personality. Like, the writing in this film, like, it's an 80s film, so it hits all the markers. You know what I mean? It's creepy. You get the whole group of teenagers doing up to no good. You get nudity. You get a great soundtrack, a great score. This just hits all. It hits all the markers. Like, I think it's such a great representation of an 80s horror film.
Dude, I love the music in this movie, and then the intro to the movie. It's like cartoon, but it's like cheesy, but it's awesome. And I'm just like, it's fucking great. Yeah.
The director's brother wrote a bunch of the songs. I had read somewhere, I could be wrong, that they were missing. They only had like money for a certain amount of song stuff. The director's brother wrote a bunch of the songs. His band, like Computer Date, is it's such an awesome song. I love that. It's wicked good. It's got Stigmata Marta by the Bajas.
You heard us sing it in the beginning, and I don't know if that was covered in this documentary, but there's a documentary I seen online and I don't know if it's attached to like a Blu-ray of one of the 90 Demons movie or whatever.
I believe
But
it
the
is.
fucking it's like online, and I watched it. And it was really good. I really liked it, and so I recommend that. I don't know, just Google 90 Demons documentary, and it's like an hour and a half or some shit. But I think it's good. And then what I remember is we're talking about it. We watched it as kids. This is like always the movie. Like I watched it first time, fucking horrified me as kids. Like the demon and the floating down the halls, which the halls were like small. And I guess and that was like one thing I learned. Like the halls are very small, so they just had to keep moving the camera and cutting, and for her going down the halls why it looked so long. And the building was actually in a neighborhood, not like randomly off somewhere. So
The
they had to make
halls
it.
were very small in the fall.
Your mother's a whore. And the building was like run down in a bad neighborhood, but like it looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. And then also the brick wall, because in this movie, the demons and any evil spirits can't cross the underground stream that goes around the house property. So they're trapped. They can't leave. And, I don't know, Indians or some nature, like put a kind of, not like a curse, but a protective. I don't know. I think that's the thing on the land. So the demons won't go. And we're talking not the dot on the head, the Indians. And God bless them. And casinos. And what? But anyway, so they can't cross the land. So there's a brick wall on top of this underground stream, the market. And so they got to and then in the movie they get trapped because there's no gate anymore. It just goes around. But the same thing with the brick wall. The brick wall was only like a small, I guess, portion. And so they just kept moving the camera and just going right back, so making it look like they're walking around a house when they're only walking couple, yards or feet or whatever. I don't know, I'm bad at math. And for the wall, and I just thought that was cool because I'm thinking this house is randomly, and I guess it's torn down now, but so it's just like how I don't know. It's movie magic, right? I don't know. It fucking butters my bread. And
it was the set was amazing. Like the house, the feel of the movie, like the special effects, the costumes, like just the actors were on point. They were great. Usually in an 80s horror movie, you get a bunch of bad actors and maybe you get like one good character. Maybe two, maybe three if you get a huge cast like this. But I felt like almost every character was on point. They were really good. They all had their own personalities. The fucking whoever wrote this, I don't even know. I forgot to look up who wrote the screenplay for this. But the dialogue is on point. Oh my god, the dialogue made me feel like I was hanging out with my friends. Like it was just them ragging on each other and just being dumb. And like Judy's little brother, that kid could be in a roast battle. He was vicious.
He could be in a rape movie. He's fucking checking out his sister. She's in the closet.
Did you think that was creepy? Like he's like, hey, check out those tatas or something. I'm like, ew.
I feel like that would have been Chowder if I was born a woman. He's my little brother.
I peeked at you when we took baths as kids. He's got a hog on him, folks, just so you know. And I don't know why and then Bone fucking is slaying the pussy. So a lot of women leaving his house walking like a cowboy. And you know what I mean? He's fucking beating that pussy. And his dick looks like one of those pumpkins, with all the fucking warts on it.
Like a gourd?
Yeah, he's with all the pussies been slaying. But anyway, I remember looking at your dick in the bath as we were kids. Not last week, but we're kids. That's what I always say. You got the fucking Schwarzenegger dick. I got the Danny DeVito. And so we're fucking. God bless you. And God was like, "Oh," to our mom, "You're only having one boy." And then later on, she got pregnant again. Like, "How about another boy? What's left?" Throw that for his dick. He'll be fine. And just he'll be all right in life.
Bellissimo.
Yeah, that's what the ladies are saying. And so I thought it was like really good. And I think I remember. So we watched as kids, and after we watch it, it was always a movie you want to put on to fuck to. Like you're like, oh, it's a kind of a horror movie. You don't really got to watch it that well. And maybe I could fucking finger bang some broad. And then I remember mom would do the same thing because I remember her fucking, and she would play right before she fucked. And I was like, oh my god, mom's fucking used this movie to fuck too. What?
I didn't get this. I love this movie, but it was never I'm gonna fuck to this film. My movie was Big Fish. Like
When-
I was like,
when
hey,
has she
you
got
ever see-
older?
you ever see Big Fish? And girl would come over to my house and hang out. We'd get halfway through Big Fish.
Well, the movie's like 10 years long anyway. It's a good movie. But yeah, it's all about love and how devoted he is. She's like, and then like in her panties, she's like, oh, maybe he'll do all this for me. You're like, bitch, I'm just trying to fuck you and forget your name. Beat it. And
Yikes!
you just buy a bunch of face cloths just to throw in their face as they got cum on it. Wipe this off your face, bitch. And then you just shut the door. And show your parting gift.
I feel
My
like
cum and a face cloth with a bee on it. Bone.
I feel like there's a line. You always walk up to it, take a dump on it, and then step over it.
I'm not gonna step in shit. What am I, a fucking monster? Un American? And no, I feel like. Do you think the towel, instead of saying "be on it" for bone, it would have said "you been boned," and then you just throw it in their face, and then they gotta wipe the cum off as they cry to the car.
Yikes! I feel bad.
Sometimes when you live next door to Bone, did you hear a lot of bitches crying, walking like a cowboy to the car, wiping cum off their face?
I saw a lot of different cars there at one point, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I used to say that he had a harem.
Yeah, Bone is slaying the pussy, and hey, feel free.
My 20s.
Feel free. If you're gonna run a comment, go big, right? Go to the store. You go to your local grocery store. You go to your Walmart, and there's the regular pumpkins. But you see those fucking disgusting pumpkins with all the warts on them. Take a picture of them. Take a picture of you buy them and say, "Hey, I seen Bone's dick today," and put it right under the comments. He'll enjoy it. And
My dick does not look like that.
I'm joking. It should, from all that pussy you've been slaying. And anyway, but Night of the Demons. So it was a movie you slay pussy to. We fucked to it. Mom fucked to it. And I never got any pussy to it, though. I remember trying to put it on, and I remember you always finger banging. I never got to. And then Slopdog, I remember seeing it, not because we were trying to fuck Slopdog, but like she was sometimes around, like when the other bras were around. But like I remember Slopdog being like, I've never seen this movie. And I'm like, you don't remember this movie? And it blew my mind. And then later on, something was like, oh, I do remember this movie now. You don't remember lipstick in the fucking tit? You don't remember fucking fucking someone warming their hands in the fire?
So like I didn't watch this movie all the time. I wasn't trying to like finger bang anybody. So like I wasn't watching it all the time.
It just blew my mind because one of the best scenes of this movie is one of the people get possessed and then they're writing on themselves with the lipstick, and then she pushes the lipstick into her fucking nipple, and I always like my nipple always hurts when I see that. I'm like, oh, that must start her. Oh boy. And then like I just remember you saying I've never seen it. And my first thing is, you don't remember a girl pushing lipstick into her tits? And you're like, what?
And then when I watched it, I was like, all right. Like, but it had been so long. Like I probably watched it twice, like maybe twice. You know what I mean? Not like, oh hey, I got a piece of boobs and put it on.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of pervert scenes.
Yeah, a lot of pervert. But Linnea Quigley was the girl from the lipstick scene. She's fucking awesome. She was in Return of the Living Dead. She was Trash, which that is what I loved. Trash. Trash was awesome. She was in Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. She was in Creepazoids. So she was in a bunch of really cool horror
films. A lot of titty scenes. Very delicious. Dude, she's hot.
She's super hot. She's an awesome person. She does a lot of conventions.
No disrespect, but I'd fuck you hardcore. I mean, with my no dick, but I'll eat your pussy really good. And well, not now because I'm married, but in general,
back in the day, yeah.
Back in the day, you're hot.
Yeah.
I think still, God bless you.
She still looks good.
No disrespect, but yeah,
really attractive.
Yeah, nice ass
She's
and body,
awesome.
and tits and everything. Fuck yeah. No disrespect. And but Slopdog, what scene did you watch where you remember the movie? Was it the lipstick scene?
It was the lipstick scene. Like when she like, and then when she's like on top of the guy, and she's like, "Don't look at me." And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh my god."
That's where I come. When she gets
like,
the voice.
My husband watched it with me too, and he'd never seen it, so. He was like, "Oh my god, what the hell are we watching?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is a movie I gotta watch." And he's like, "All right." So I'm watching it, and he's like, and he's laughing because it's like, some of the parts are kind of funny. Like now that we're older, like it's not scary. Like the part where the arm, like the severed arm, just like jumps and grabs her leg, and she's like, "Ah!" And he's like laughing. Yeah. So anyway, but then he's like, "You tell him. I'll tell you. I give it 3 dog dicks because it's funny." and for all the boobs in it. I was like, nice.
The Angela,
perverts.
when Angela gets possessed and the Stigmata song comes on and the strobe light comes back on and Angela's doing her little dance.
Yeah.
Man, that's fucking hot. That is like somebody. I would have been like, I'll date you. If I was in my
You'd have been
high
like,
school in my
Scooch?
20s,
Do you remember
that's exactly my style girl right there.
We were calling her the Craft when my husband and I would just watch it. I was like, oh no, here comes the Craft girl. Watch out. Like, she's
Dude,
coming. Her hands are on fire.
Ooh, she's hot. And that dance, though, she fucking want to kill myself for that line. She fucking, but like in the strobe light, right? The way she hops in the strobe light, like you're like, that's not possible. And you're just like, that's so cool that they did that in the movie.
Yeah,
Like, she's not just regular strobing, she's like popping around. And then like that one guy's scared. And I think his name is Billy Gallo, if I'm correct. And who I reached out to, I was like, hey, man. And he was like, yeah, I'll get into it. And then I never heard back. So he was very nice, though, wasn't rude at all. But he probably either heard our podcast, otherwise was like, fuck these losers. And, but he was very nice. But, I was telling also when I called him, I was like, oh, I love Who's the Boss, too. And he's just like, what? He didn't say what. He said, thank you. But I almost started singing, Reagan, 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 give it to us, or whatever. And, but I didn't do that. And then I got the memo when he was but he just sounded so like Sal does, just so kind of New York badass. And I'm like, I'm not getting my ass beat by Billy Gallo. I'm like, fuck that noise. And much respect, Gallo. And but anyway.
Can I also say that, again, but back to the dialogue, like the back and forth banter, like Stooge going, like when Max was saying something about, I think we're hearing a bunch of ghosts or something, and Stooge is like, oh, Max, I didn't know you could read. And he's like, no, I'm serious, Stooge, I read all the time. It was just these funny lines that just landed perfect. These rebuttals, like the whole like Stooge's mom's panties smells like Stooge's mom's panties, and it's like, at least my mom wears panties, yours just wears a coin changer for sailors.
When he's like, eat a bowl of fuck, like I love that line. And I was like listening to like a panel or something, and he not stole it, but like he heard John Belushi say it, and like he would say it like at like improv and stuff. And so like he was a fan of John Belushi, so he took that for the movie, eat a bowl of fuck. And I was like, I love that line. I think it's funny. And Stooge is a fucking phenomenal character. FYI, the way Sal's character dies is fucking bullshit. And
Sal, I feel like Sal's is a hidden romantic. Like he just kept saving Judy the whole night, and Judy was just like, I can't.
Yeah, what a cunt. I can't.
Just
Bitch,
let
you're
her
left
go.
behind.
But you know what? You know why that poor guy like gets back up on there and pulls her back up? Because he's the only guy left, and he's black, and he's like, oh my god, they're gonna blame me for all these dead white kids. I'm gonna pull this bitch over.
That's correct. I'm like, bitch, I gotta save you. They'll string me up for sure. That is the best. Only movie where the black guy lives. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, usually in the 80s, the token black guy always does.
Yeah,
like, he was the smartest one. He's like this, and he gets out of there, and he can't get out, and then he hides in his car. He's like the only smart one in the whole fucking movie.
I love when Judy grabs the barbed wire and is like, ow, and he's like, fuck this. You see his face, he just climbs that barbed wire, he's up over that bed.
He's like,
yes, he's like, fuck you, Judy. But then I get, he falls over the side. He's like, God damn it. She's my only one that's going to get me out of this. And he has to like pull her back over.
Yeah, because he falls over. He's like, I'm going to let this bitch die. She's a whiner. And then just covers his ears. Like you hear your mother getting beat by your father. And you're just going to go into the other room and just cover your ears and just go, it's not happening. It's not happening. As your mother's just fucking getting the Mike Tyson put on her ass. And then what? No. And domestic violence, not good, everybody. And only for jokes. And oops. And but like he just sits there and covers his ears like nothing. Yeah, she's getting murdered by the demons. He's screaming. He just covers his and then like you said, he has to pop back up because you would think Sal would live, right? He would fucking. He's the romantic that ended up together. No, he dies the fucking cheesiest. I'm like, fucking no. and then it looks like he's crying for the rest of the movie. Fuck you. And
And
you know,
how did that guy die that's dressed as a surgeon? Like, kind of looks like Coogan. Anybody else pick up on that? That he looked like Coogan?
He kind of does. Kind of. He died he got his arm chopped off in the coffin.
But that killed him. Like,
Well,
that didn't kill
I
you.
guess suffocated
him.
bleeding to death, maybe. You know.
I don't know, but
Bleeding
like
us.
her, like I thought it maybe like she, like the girl he was doing, like maybe like got him, but like no, like because like he like snaps her neck first, and then he's like no, and he shuts it on his arm, but he wouldn't like die, but like that, like I don't know. Sorry, I was just being.
It was probably a
like,
combination, yeah. Because he
was
looks
just like-
suffocated, blood loss.
Yeah.
And I
maybe
love
that's-
though that scene where he's like, get the fuck out of here. And then it's Stooge and they're like, ah. And then I don't know if they don't know he's a demon or not. He just kills this bitch and he's like, no. And you know what he says that makes me laugh? No, Stooge, not now. This bitch is dead. He just broke her neck. She's laying on you bleeding out. He's chopping your arm off, and all you can say is, no, Stooge, not now. Because he just, no matter what, it's the 80s or 90s, they're thinking all they want is fucking. All we want is to fuck. You're fucking, my arm's cut off. You're a fucking demon slamming my arm in the door. Not now. Dick's getting wet, bitch.
And
Can you say
poor
only-
Asian girl? The poor Asian girl. My husband said those were his favorite boobies in the movie. He was like, "Oh, they killed her favorite boobies." It's like,
When she dies, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna
Ooh.
slurp her pussy like
Switch to an
lo mein.
R rating here.
You know how you eat lo mein or like noodles, like chicken dumpling soup, and it's like that's how you eat her. That's how you have to eat her pussy.
Is there a virgin in there?
God bless America. And
Can I also?
you're
Can I
all
say
welcome
that-
here.
I felt like the only character that fell out of character was Angela. Like she went from like being like, we're gonna scare these people, we're gonna go to this haunted house and have a party, and then it took like 3 seconds for her to go, this house is possessed, we need to leave.
She's a poser. That's
Like,
it
just like she switched so quickly. I feel.
Poser. Well, because she's like one of those people who pretend to be badass, and then when the lights go out, they're like, "Oh fuck my mother, get me out of here,"
Then
And
she got
she's
possessed and got super sexy.
yo, man, what? Warming my hands in the fire. How creepy is that scene? Get the fuck out of here. And I said as a kid, I wanted to fucking kill myself. I was like, get me out of this movie. Like when she's coming down the hall and going after them and she's a demon, I'm like, I would just run to the side and just press my fucking temples as hard as I could and just hope I die. Because I'm like, I ain't doing this. I can't get out of here. And I'm not going to kill my demon. Fuck this noise. Like, I don't know, man, dude. I would have been like, fucking, I'm out of here. And, but like,
This is only one of 3 movies that scared me as a kid. I liked it. I kept watching it because I like to be scared. But it was one of 3 movies that scared me. It was this movie, Witchboard, and The Entity were the 3 movies that scared me as a kid. Oh, and I guess Amityville kind of scared me too. But I love all those movies.
we've talked about The Entity. It's not a ghost. It's her stepfather.
The director, Kevin Tenney, I think his name was. Sorry if
I'll
I
go
messed
with
that up. But he actually did Witchboard. He did Night of the Demons 1, 2, and 3.
That's right,
And
yes.
he did Witchboard 1, 2, and 3.
And then they asked him to do this movie. He's like, I don't know. But like, not like it's fucking like it's really good to me. And it was like the perfect thing. They made Judy. They always like, I don't know, like they don't do that anymore. But they always had someone. Oh, who's a whiner? I can't
She's
do
so
it.
whiny.
I can't leave. Bitch, your life's in danger. No one's like, I can't move. You know what I'm gonna do?
Whiny and nice tits. That's what she got going for her.
Yeah, that's the only reason you're around. I'm gonna stick around for them titties, and I'm gonna fight your brother out for him, and or fuck it, your brother, who I think he was on Wild and Wet Sports or something on Nickelodeon. He knew what he was talking about. He'll get on one tit, I'll get on the other. Anyway, she's whiny, like, and she's just like, I can't do it. And I'm like, in life, I'd be like, I'm not trying to leave anybody behind, okay? So I'd be like, we can't do it. Nope, we gotta go. Grab the arm. We gotta get out of here. Bitch, if you stay on the floor longer, I can't do it. You're done. I'm letting go of your hand and I'm getting the fuck out of there. Let the fucking demons kill you and I'll get the fuck out of Dodge then. But I ain't getting killed because you're a fucking whiner and you ain't gonna get up off the floor, right? Like, is that wrong or is that like?
No,
you know what I mean? Is that legit? Like,
no, I think Roger had the right deal. He's like, "Fuck this, I'm over the wall."
but then like something said, he's like, "Oh fuck, I need a honky with me." This ain't gonna like. That's because as they're walking down the road, at the end, I go, "How do they explain all these kids' deaths? Like, where are the kids?
Are the bodies
How'd
going to
they
be
die?
there, or
I don't know.
are the bodies going to be there, or do they melt away with the spirits?
Right? Or you just say, I don't know what happened. You just like because they'll think you're crazy, right? You think demons came, fucking possessed everyone, and now they're gone because the sun's up. They're like, you're in a straitjacket because you're a crazy murderer. You know what I mean? And as I get older too, that poor old guy. First they're fucking with him, right? He's like, "You son of a bitch," and when he gets scared by Sal, and but then he's like, "They'll learn tonight." He's got the razor blade, the apples, and I remember as a kid being like, "What a crazy." You remember that? And as a kid, I'm like, "Oh my god, this guy's crazy." But isn't it? But as you get older, don't you kind of go, "Yeah, kids are fucking rude and obnoxious. I can put apples in some razor blades."
I know what you mean. Yes.
No, I won't really do it, but I mean, like, fuck
but,
these kids.
But that again, that's such a good ending. It was like that beginning offside story plot.
Yes.
The ending of the movie with his wife, the spoiler,
Pie.
making the apple pie. Like that, I thought that was a really good ending. I loved that. I thought that was good. I thought this movie was great from beginning to end. Like it had the beginning, the artwork. Like they saw that creepy song, and I think that's also done by the director's brother, and the artwork is just so cool. It was such a good feel. It felt dark. It gets you pumped at the same time though, because it's got that pump, that bass and drum beat, and it's so good, and it goes right into like Stooge in the car and stuff, and then the old man, and it was so good, and from beginning to end.
I love this dude just talks to the girl. He's like, "Hands off, bitch!" She's trying to touch his radio. I'm like, you can't talk like that in a movie now. Just tell the girl, "Hands off, bitch."
Shut up and drive, bitch.
Yeah, shut up and
Disney
drive.
Fucking bitch. Can't take this bitch anywhere.
Just
ran him over with the car, like prick.
Oh, I love Stooge.
Why would her and Roger be hanging out with Stooge? That is like the most motley crew, those three together.
Yeah.
Like, how does that dynamic work?
I love, but I think him and Roger were friends because, like, he's like, "I don't know, bud, let's go check it out." Like when they hear, like something in the other room, and he's like, "No, Raj," and like throws him in. I'm like, "Oh, that's like what your fucking crazy friend would do. He'd drag you in there if you're scared." You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, that's good. Yeah, very good. In short time, you get to kind of figure out each character. The guy that Judy went with is a fucking piece of shit. You know what I mean? He's looking for.
When they're first there partying and he's dancing with Judy, and then what's her name, Suzanne, comes by and kind of winks at him, so he just walks away in the middle of the dance to go dance with Suzanne, and then after the past life seance thing, he's just like, "Oh, me and Judy are gonna go try to find some privacy." She should be like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?"
You just did so, yeah. Fuck you.
She got low self-esteem or something.
Yeah. And what I really like too is like I lost my train of thought. I fucking forgot it. But I don't know. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was really good, and I don't know. I just, to me, it checks all the boxes, and
yes, it checks all the boxes. I think I said hits all the marks earlier. I meant check all the boxes.
Yeah, tomato, and
you know what I fucking meant.
Yeah, anytime I'm in the store and like there's sour balls, I think of this movie. You guys have sour balls. Too bad, don't get to get too many blowjobs. And I think that every time. I said it to my wife a couple of times, and she's like, "Are you insane? Like, what are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Night of Demons." She's like, "Never seen it." And I'm like, "Oh, the lipstick and the titty." I'm explaining the movie to her, and she's like, "Nope, nothing I'd ever watched in my life."
Again, the dialogue, man, it's got amazing one-liners. It's the banter back and forth. It makes you feel like these characters are real. They don't, the lines, it doesn't feel like they're saying lines. It feels like they're really like ragging on each other, like a group of friends.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. And you can kind of see the dynamic of they all don't really hang out at school, but they know each other. And but when you're at a party, like, this is the party, like, we're talking, and I don't, it was really good. It's really good. I'm gonna give my little thing. So as a kid, watching it scared me, still scares me, even though no one else is fucking scared of it. I fucking think it still holds up. I highly recommend this. They did a remake. They had like a 2-3. I'm like, but like, this is the best. They did a remake, not so good either. And okay, but not good. Yeah, I give this movie fucking 5 dog dicks. Fucking love it. Fucking love it. Anyway.
Awesome. Yep.
Bone, what say you?
So, I love this movie as well. I actually enjoy this movie more now than I did as a kid, and I really like this movie as a kid.
You're not even finger banging now. This is great.
I know. Finger banging
Unless you got Baby Angel with you, right? Is the dog sitting by you, fingering her pussy, feeding her eggs?
I don't fuck my dog.
That's a lie. And
but anyway, like I was saying, like I appreciate.
I picture you if the dog ain't there, you're just legs up, fingering your own asshole. Dude, I would love it. I'll smell your fingers. All right, no, I'm sorry. What did you say? Just that big hog flapping as you finger your asshole. And,
Yikes! Wow.
Okay. Wow. Wow. Now that we've read Chowder's fantasy journal, I'm a little scared to spend the night in his house or a trailer. And
hey, boy.
But no, I liked this movie. I think I appreciate it more now than I did as a kid. Like as a kid, it was boobs. It was a cool horror movie. It was scary.
A lot of pervert scenes.
But now, like, I'm looking at the writing. I'm looking at the dialogue. It's very well written. The soundtrack, the score, it all just has such a great feel from beginning to end. Has an awesome beginning, an awesome end. Really whole package. I'm gonna give it 5 dog dicks.
Fuck yeah, dude! Best pervert scene I think ever in a movie. Lipstick scene, fucking the best. Anyway,
Quigley.
Yeah, dude. No, again, no disrespect, no creep zone here, but yeah, fuck yeah. And
yeah, she plays great. Like every part she plays, she just really captures the essence of that character. And I always thought she was always one of my favorite actresses from like the B horror 80s.
I'm gonna tell this. If I'm watching her in the movie, Dick's hard. Mission complete. You fucking acted up to your fucking. You've hit the nail on the head. And what? No creep zone. And someone will say you.
Cease and desist. Restraining order given.
We should rent her. Hey man, you want to come over?
Like I did like Crazy Clown, nope. But like not like. I'm sorry. I guess I can't give it as many, but I'm gonna give it 3 dog dicks.
3 dog dicks. I'll take it.
I'll take it. I didn't expect you to give it 3, so I'm excited.
Me neither. I'm amazed.
I found it funny. Like I enjoyed it. Like I found it funnier and stuff than I did. Like I just didn't like. I don't like clowns. I didn't like the clowns at all. I guess I'd rather see boobs than clowns if I have to have a choice. But
man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give it 3 dog dicks.
There are big titties in
the
it.
Clowns are still amazing.
There had titties in it. Anyway. But
so
yeah,
it's a little under 4 dog dicks in a tip. So 4.3.
Wait, what?
Which I said. So total, all of us together, we give it a 4.3, which is about 4 dog dicks in a tip.
4 dog dicks in a tip. That's great.
Wow.
I can't believe.
I think that's our highest rating we've given any movie altogether.
Fucking Night of the Demons, dude. It's a fucking must watch.
Nope, I'm sorry. 4.5 for Adventures in Babysitting. So close. Oh, and 4.5 for Toy Soldiers as well.
That's the same, yeah. So, yeah. I don't know, whatever. It's up there, fucks. You should fucking watch it, all right? Good fucking best fucking pervert scene you're going to see. You're going to see just creepiness. It's going to hit all the fucking boxes. Bunch of kids all getting killed off. And then the demons are coming.
You son of a bitch.
Black guy lives. Come on, man. This is a fucking movie. And you got an old guy and razor blades and hard dicks.
What? You can watch it on Tubi. I watched it on Tubi.
Tubi for free if you want to. God bless America. Tubi, give us a show.
Oh, didn't I bought it on Vudu, so.
I watched it. I watched it on Voodoo, and it's fucking delicious. It is good. So we're gonna do hangout. Thanks for hanging out for the spooky season. And
before we leave, just say thanks. Follow us on Instagram at Tasteless Adjacent. Follow us on Twitter at Tasteless Adj. Tasteless ADJ. I haven't been updating as much there because it's all sex bots and one person, our cousin, hey Adam, that follows us on on X.
Adam and the sex bots. Do
call out to Adam. And but check us out. Follow us on Spotify. On give us a follow on Apple, wherever you listen to podcasts. On YouTube, give us a comment. We gave this movie 4 dog dicks and a tip. How many dog dicks do you give it? You know,
yes, take pictures.
What do you think?
Of my pumpkins, Bones Dick, and p1ipoo.club will bring you right to the YouTube page, and at p1ipoo both on X and Instagram as well. That's kind of has all the podcast stuff. Plus, when
it has all the links on it.
He's gonna put the links there, so check it out, and have some sketches there too soon. But yeah, check it out. Instagram for both Tasteless and p1ipoo, and fucking leave some comments, man. Good, bad, the ugly, whatever the fuck. And I really hope people do stuff, pumpkins with your dick. And I really, please, let me do a pumpkin dick. And, all right. So saith the shepherd. So saith the flock. Good night, folks. Happy Halloween.
Good night. Stigmata.
Blah, 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 blah. I was really scared. It's not the weird ones you got to worry about. Doesn't your mom tell you anything about girls? Then he goes and his tongue gets bitten off. Oh, I'm horny. All right. Good night, folks.
What are you, some kind of dog dick? Dick.
It was 8:45 and I was running late.
It
It was the first time out on my computer date. I don't know the words, but I really like the fucking beat of the song.
It's all right, 'cause I'm saved by the...
Saved by the black guy.
Black guy.